Hey everyone, welcome to Crypto Data. So today Bitcoin is actually down a couple percent and we have some alts that have risen quite a few percentage points. So today it looks like the marijuana stocks are actually the category for today. We have Potcoin up 79% and then Hempcoin up 33%. So it seems like these altcoins nowadays, there's just a lot of pump groups putting money into certain categories of altcoins, whether it's SegWit coins, privacy coins, marijuana coins, and then pumping them up. And we see those few categories being pumped up and the next day they're dumped. So just be careful for that when investing in these altcoins, especially before the hard fork. That's anywhere from November 13th through the 16th, sometime in that time frame. It's a lot of artificial growth with these altcoins. So again, be careful when investing, especially as most people are investing in Bitcoin right now or Bitcoin Cash. So from there, we have Bitcoin right now sitting at $7,100. Bitcoin Cash is a little above $600. Ethereum Classic $14. Ethereum still around that $300 mark where it's been for the past couple weeks. Monero is actually up 18% to $102. So some good things are happening with that. We have Litecoin at 55, Neo at 26, Ripple at 20 cents. Omi's Go at 660, Dash at 284, and then Zcash at 230. So as you can see, when Bitcoin is down, usually most of the other coins are up because people are taking their profits from Bitcoin, transferring over to these altcoins. So, it's good little diversification, and you can see, anything that keeps rising exponentially eventually has to have a pullback. So that's what we're seeing right now. Bitcoin is retracing a little bit, but it did get up to a high today of over $7,400. So that's good news. There's still a lot of people buying Bitcoin and accumulating before the hard fork. So with that, I want to show you a couple good articles about Bitcoin, actually published today, and it's saying hedge funds push the price of Bitcoin to new highs. So earlier on, there wasn't that many hedge funds invested in cryptocurrencies, but nowadays you can see that the hedge funds have actually risen from 30 to nearly 130 this year alone. So even though JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon, the CEO of JP Morgan, is saying Bitcoin's a fraud, that hasn't stopped, the big Wall Street investors from investing in Bitcoin. So just 2 weeks ago, it was only $6,000. Now it's already $7,400, climbed to that high today, which is hard to believe. So it's, it's jumped a lot within the past year, and it's saying a lot of that growth has been because of these hedge funds. And because for Bitcoin to jump that high, at the price it is, there has to be millions and millions of dollars being invested in this. So it's, there are a lot of big companies taking notice, a lot of investors, as well as, people looking to put money away for their retirement funds. They're looking at Bitcoin right now. It's the hot commodity. So there's definitely a lot of news regarding that. And this guy here, Bobby Cho, who's the head trader at one of the largest Bitcoin trading businesses, Cumberland, said after a few years of hesitancy, institutional investors now accounted for most of his business. So that tells you something. If his majority is now institutional investors, then there's been a big shift in what people see as important now. They're looking at cryptocurrencies moreover versus, stocks. So that's great news for us. As well as it was talking about the CME Group, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, announcing last week that it would launch Bitcoin futures in the next few months. And that would help to make it easier for financial institutions to get involved with Bitcoin without having to worry about holding Bitcoin itself. So the big thing with cryptocurrencies is it's a steep learning curve. You know that. There's so much going on with setting up accounts, transferring, the coins, creating wallets. Just a lot of things that the average investor, unless they want to put in the time, they won't take the time to learn it. So for Bitcoin futures to be coming in the next few months, basically people can just buy those futures and have exposure to Bitcoin without actually having to create, cryptocurrency, basically a whole account and actually buying Bitcoin itself. They can just buy the futures and still get exposure to Bitcoin. So that's great news, and that's been a big proponent of the rise in Bitcoin. And then also there's been a few banks. Credit Suisse says they aren't looking to invest in Bitcoin, but some of the financial leaders, such as Goldman Sachs, the CEO Lloyd Blankenfield said he's defended the idea that virtual currencies could one day play a role in the global financial system because they can be obtained by anyone with internet access. So that's one of the big draws for cryptocurrencies, is that people in third world countries, anyone who has internet access, it doesn't matter who you are, you can trade cryptocurrencies. And that's what makes it so enticing, because it's so easy that literally anyone can do it. So when you have something that anyone can access, that's huge potential for growth. So right now, I would say 0.5% of the global population even trades cryptocurrencies. So when even 1%, 2% starts trading it, you're going to see the price skyrocket. So we're just looking at the beginning stages of Bitcoin. So that's huge. And then it just talks about here the ICOs that have been, pretty much coming up. They use Bitcoin to trade, and you have to use Bitcoin to buy the ICO. So that's been a big reason why Bitcoin's been rising, as well as just a lot of new supporters for Bitcoin. And then again, with the Bitcoin hard fork coming up, there's been so much coverage of it, and it's just, it's just why it's been, rising so much. So I thought this was a good article. It just shows more hedge funds, more investors, big time players are coming into the field. That's why we're seeing this huge rise that we've had, from 6,000 2 weeks ago. So, and then another thing, Goldman Sachs, they've been in the news a couple months ago. I know they're technical analysis experts. Her name was Sheba Jafari, and she was actually predicting, I believe she predicted the rise to Bitcoin to 3,500 or 4,000, and it was sitting around 3,000. So a lot of weight goes in to these predictions and this technical analysis from Goldman Sachs, because they're such a reputable company and so widely known. So on this article, it's saying that Bitcoin could surge as high as 8,000 in a note distributed to clients earlier this week. So their technical analyst, Sheba Jafari, cautioned that signs are pointing to a new run-up, although it may take time to develop. That's still saying that this break indicated potential for an impulsive advance, one that could reach at least $7,941. So basically, they're talking about Elliott waves here. That's their main form of technical analysis. And they're saying that, basically it's in, this is the minimum target for a third of 5 waves up. So, on the 5th wave up, that'll be an even higher target. So right now we're in that third of 5 waves up, so we still have room to grow from here. So it kind of goes, first wave kind of grows, then it retraces, then the third wave it grows again, retraces, fourth, and then the 5th wave, it's the final push. So there's definitely room for growth right now based off of that. And like I said before, a lot of predictions from Sheba Jafari have come true because, they're so well known, and a lot of people take that very seriously. So I think that's great news, saying it could reach 8,000. If you look at my other video, there's another guy I mentioned. He was another analyst that thought Bitcoin could reach 11,000 by 2018. So there's all these people, talking about how high Bitcoin could go, and just a lot of media coverage about it. So I just want to spread, a couple of these articles that were published today, and show you that, there's more and more eyes are getting on Bitcoin. So it's definitely good news for us, and just for cryptocurrencies in general. So I hope this video helped you out. If you liked it, please like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate everyone who does that. Helps my channel grow. I'm trying to get this channel as high as I can, trying to get with the big players, try to provide as much information as I can to help y'all out. And again, I really appreciate every one of y'all who watch my videos and leave a like and comment. It really, really means a lot to me. So thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. And until next time, see ya.